everybody, it's Alth Mire. I hope you're enjoying today, enjoying your time. So let's get into this. Today we are going to be watching Enshrouded Pact of the Flame Update 5 highlights, and then I'm going to be going over the changelog or patch notes and just hitting a few things that interest me from that might have seen here or whatever. So let's just get into the video.
Welcome back, Flameborn. We are thrilled to introduce Enshrouded's 5th update, Pact of the Flame. Let's dive in. Builders, adventurers, and those who still can't figure out how to place a chair properly. This one's for you. We are kicking things off with our biggest building system overhaul yet. Get ready to make your base look like a Pinterest board or a disaster zone, depending on your skill level. First up, the long-requested first-person camera for building and prop placement. With this new feature, you can see every little detail of your architectural decisions. No more staring at the back of your character's head while trying to build. Now, if that chair is in the wrong spot, you've only got yourself to blame. Oh, and we've added full rotation control for props. This feature is currently available for decorative furniture and similar items. Chairs and toilets are still restricted to the vertical axis, because let's be honest, nobody needs a sideways throne. Now let's talk tools. Say hello to the overgrowth tool. Add or remove vines to your heart's content, because nothing screams home sweet home like intentional moss. You can craft this tool at the farmer NPC using materials from the Revelwood area. And for those of you who think ruins are a vibe, looking at you contract, meet the decay tool, perfect for that weathered aesthetic. No need to stress over careful block placement anymore. Crafted at the collector NPC with materials from the Nomad Highlands. Finally, you can now place food, drinks, and potions on tables. Your dinner table can actually look like a dinner tables now. Plates, boards, and coasters can all be crafted at the farmer NPC once wood planks are unlocked. We have also added more than 70 new or previously unavailable props that are now accessible for crafting and placing in your base. It's the perfect opportunity to try out the new placement rotation option. And to top it off, a special quest introduces a new trader for vanity items and decorative props as part of our Lunar New Year celebration. Invite the trader to your base and they will stay as a permanent villager for your settlement. Now that we have covered building improvements, let's talk social features. Because shaking your mouse at Steve to stop him from stealing your loot just wasn't working. Now instead of hunting down Steve, you can actually message him. Text chat is here, complete with muting options and a chat log so you can relive all your embarrassing typos. Hosts and server admins can toggle the feature in the server settings. Not into typing? No problem, we've added voice chat, both proximity and global. By default, this feature is off, so you'll need to enable it. In the new social menu, players can mute others, adjust volume levels, and toggle their own microphone. You can also display all players, their locations, and permissions, making it easier to manage interactions. And if you've been following our social teasers, yes, you can now emote. Hold X button or use D-pad on controllers to access the emote wheel. We're launching with a variety of emotes so you can finally celebrate or taunt after stealing someone's loot. Looking at you, Steve. Next up, gameplay improvements. We heard your feedback. In Update 5, you can now reset individual skills, allowing you to fine-tune your build exactly how you want. We've also added parry indicators to more enemies, as well as visual cue for parryable projectiles. Of course, we all know you will still miss your timing. And now for the animal lovers, rejoice! Meet the adorable, tameable dune armadillo and its offspring. Add them to your kingdom and bask in their cuteness. Because let's be honest, we all want more animal friends. Last but not least, game world updates. From Moth's Groove to the Albanese summits, we have revamped a lot of the existing settlements, added new locations, and even introduced the event honor hall to immortalize the winners of our Halloween building contest. Congrats, you creative monsters! So, there you have it, the latest Enshrouded update. Whether you're building, socializing, or taming a dune armadillo, there's something for everyone. Now, you might expect me to yell, but wait, there is more! This time though, I've got something special to share instead. Let's go check it out together, shall we? That's right, there is a lot more. Check out our roadmap for 2025. Pause the video if you have to, it's okay. You can find the full picture on Steam or our website. And don't forget to let us know in the comments what you're most looking forward to. 2025 is going to be a busy year for Enshrouded, and with your support, it's going to be a great one. But until then, we'll see you in the next one.
That's what I say. Man. Stealing my line. Okay, so anyway, so first up, I want to go over my initial thoughts. And I gotta say, I'm really excited. I didn't think that they would come out with Update 5 so soon. So it's really awesome that they did. And I'm really looking forward to a lot of these. So I'm just gonna go over some things that I saw that I thought were really cool. The vines.
Like intentional moss. You can
That would be sick. Because, I mean, that's something that it's like I have the vines and I have the stuff from Revelwood, and I'm like, I want to make the place look like the forest is kind of taking it back, you know? But it's just not the easiest to do over big buildings, and that just helps me so much. Something else that stood out to me was the decay tool here. Ugh.
for that weathered aesthetic.
Yes. Yes. I'm looking forward to this. I was actually thinking about this when I was doing one of my playthroughs. I'm like, man, I really wish I could just make this town look older and almost make it look like my character took over that town. You know, instead of the typical like I built it or whatever. That would be so sick. I do like the text and voice chatting game. Um, I think that's really cool, but I'm curious about proximity. Like proximity chat's pretty obvious, but in terms of chat, like can I be in Albany Summits and someone else be in like Springlands and we can still talk, or do I have to be in the same like general area? Or I'm kind of curious about how far it can go. So, I don't really play with anybody else, but but I'm curious. Yeah, lost my list. Not that I wasn't writing it down as soon as shit was coming out. Why did I write down this one? I don't know.
Enable it. In the new social menu, players can mute others,
So I can mute you if I wanted to. I don't know why I wrote down
adjust volume levels, and
I did, and now I'm skipping it because I don't know why I did. See, this is something I've been looking forward to because I don't know how many times. Well, it's a lot of it. I don't know how many times I've picked one of these and gone like, you know what, this isn't really working the way I wanted it to, or it doesn't really pop a lot, or whatever, right? Um, and I've had to actually like completely just destroy it, completely just do over all my points. I'm like, no, I just wanted to take away that 1 star. Like, what? So that is really cool. That's a pretty cool. That's a pretty
animal lovers.
I'm not a particular animal lover in this game.
Rejoice.
Although my second playthrough has like, I want to say like 4 dogs. Why do I have like 4 or 5 dog quests, and so far I have yet to find another cat one? It's kind of weird, right?
Meet the adorable, tameable dune armadillo and its offspring. Add them.
You know something I've never tried? I've never actually tried to tame. I know that the bait exists in the farmer's store, but I've never tried to tame any other animal besides a goat, a yak. Yeah, let me think. Goat, yak, dog, cat. I think that's it. Could be wrong. There's 2 different kind of goats, obviously. But anyway.
To your kingdom and bask in their cuteness. Because let's be honest, we all want more animal friends. Immortalize the winner.
I thought this was cool. I think I get to give props to King Games for doing this. Putting something in the game to like to honor winners of a contest. You know, Zos, and there's another game that I play, if you don't know anyway, called Elder Scrolls Online. And ZeniMax Online Studios did this initially. There's a book you can find in the game talking about a battle at Chalman Keep, which is a PvP player versus player thing. And they put a book, like, kind of honoring the first, that first emperor and the fight that took place to honor. But they've really done much since then with that. And I've really applauding King Games. They've like this comment here. I'm not even kidding. Like this person is completely right. Really setting the standards, I think, because they're doing a really good job. They're communicating, they're keeping things hyped, and if something maybe gets a little, it's not. Well, look at that freaking castle. Anyway, sorry. If something is delayed or whatever, they communicate. They communicate. That's the biggest thing. See, I'm telling you, tiny things go so far. So let's get into the second part of the video, which is the patch notes or change log, as it's called, which goes into a little bit more detail about what's going on. So I like the building block decay tool. That is so sick. So okay, here we go. More than with new props and materials, more than 70 new or previous unavailable props are now accessible for crafting, placing into the player base. So we got a set of elegant leather sofas, various large statues. Really excited about that one to see what they have because it's various. All I saw was the snake one, right? In the video. That's all I saw was a snake one. I didn't see any other ones. A new set of sturdy doors, including a massive vault door, which we saw towards the end there, which that's just so awesome. That could be the vault door. Could be like the door to where you keep all your chests. I think I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that in one of my playthroughs. Maybe the one I'm doing now. I'm gonna rebuild that because remember we had that building that was building next to my house, and that's gonna be where all the storage is. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna make it into maybe more of like a metal building or maybe a stone building with a metal. Oh yeah, yeah, we're doing this. New sets of braziers and lamps, numerous home decor props such as pots and buckets, which is really cool. Let's see, a yellow variation of the stained glass building blocks and a new stone wall terrain material. That's sick. I'd love to look into that. Quest introduced a new trader, which they shown for the celebrate the Lunar New Year, and they will be a permanent villager for the player base. So that's awesome. We saw the parry changes, which I don't really do the parry thing. Dodge and blink can now be activated earlier during wand attacks to align the availability of defense moves. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so this is why I wanted to do this here and talk about this because they overhauled several locations. So several settlements and points of interest have been reworked and expanded significantly. Among others, the following locations have been updated. So if you have a house in this location, I would check it. And this is why I didn't want to build houses in a playthrough until the game was more solidified, because I don't want to build a house and be like, oh, like I like what, what they did to Roost Nook, and like I built my house there, so I'm not gonna have those updates. Ah man. But they did Moth's Grove, Saline Quarry, Netherton. To my knowledge, at least these two are in Shroud. Fox Chase, Rookmore, Fenrig's Farm, Morwenna, Roostnook, Cloverbrook Farms, Missberry Catacombs. In the Springlands, several new settlements have been added. The Shroud Ruins Mid Hollow, a new farm location, Wistfield Fields, various new camp locations, several topography improvements have been added to the Springlands biome. The village, village, what? The visuals of the Shroud overgrowth materials have been updated. Many locations in the Black Mire region have been improved. Combat encounters. Many locations in Albanese summits have improved combat encounters. A new location called Event Honor Hall has been added to Albanese summits. The location is added, as we saw. It is the winners of the Halloween building contest, which I applaud them for doing that. That is seriously cool. So I can't wait to check. So I'm curious why they would add stuff like Springlands if you haven't played the game, which if you haven't, while you're watching my video, I'm just kidding. Please stay. Don't leave. Is the beginning area. So that really interests me. So I can't wait to check that out. And I'll be checking it out in my playthrough with you guys once I find where any of these are. That's really cool. I'm not gonna read all that, but I wanted to go over that with you guys. So if your houses are there, I would say go check them. I'll try to actually, it'd be a good video is me going to these and showing you what they look like now. Maybe if I can think of if they're different. I don't know though. We'll see. But I'm really excited. Really excited. This is a cool update. So I can't wait to see everybody in there. I'll be getting back to my Enshrouded playthrough as soon as the Elder Scrolls Online stuff is over. Well, not over, but I mean they're also having a pretty big update right now. So I'm trying to juggling the two. I will say up to episode 11 is already recorded. I recorded them all the way back in December. I just haven't recorded anything since then. So watch out for those popping up on the channel at some point. Thank you for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.